Hey, welcome to NextGen Manufacturing Nexus. Today, we are diving into one of the biggest, most frustrating challenges for any modern engineering team. How do you break free from these old, outdated productivity traps and actually build a system that unlocks real, sustainable, high performance?
Look, it's the question that probably keeps you up at night if you're an engineering leader. You see your people, they're working hard, keywords are clicking, but the actual value getting out the door, it just doesn't seem to match all that effort. So what's the first thing everyone reaches for? Velocity. And this, right here, is the classic trap. A Reddit user just nailed it. When you make a measurement the target, guess what? People don't optimize for the outcome, they optimize for the measurement. Your charts might look like they're going up and to the right, but you're not actually shipping more value to your customers. It's an illusion.
So, here's the big secret, the crucial insight. The world's absolute best teams, they don't chase speed. They don't obsess over velocity. They obsess over creating a smooth, predictable, and efficient system. They master flow. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can do it too.
Okay, let's get right into it. First things first, we have to understand why focusing on velocity isn't just a waste of time. It's actually actively harmful to your team and your product.
So what happens when leadership comes down from on high and says, we need more velocity? Well, it just kicks off this whole chain reaction of really negative behaviors. You're taking what should be a diagnostic tool and turning it into a weapon, and the side effects, they can poison your team's culture and absolutely cripple its ability to deliver.
And you can see the damage right here. Your team starts wasting precious time arguing over story points instead of actually building things. Mistrust starts to grow because everyone knows the numbers are being fudged. Engineers get pushed into making terrible, short-sighted technical calls, which just piles on tech debt that will slow you down even more later. And the end result? The customer gets a worse product and your best people burn out.
Okay, so if velocity is the wrong map, the one that's leading you right off a cliff, what's the right compass? We need a set of metrics that actually measures the health of the entire system from start to finish, not just some made-up number.
It all starts with getting your head around two really important concepts. You've got cycle time, which is your internal clock. How long does it take your team to actually do the work once they've started? Then you have lead time. That's the customer's clock, their total wait time, from the second they ask for something to the second they get it. The best teams are obsessed with shrinking both of these.
This brings us to the first of 4 key metrics, the famous DORA metrics from Google's research. First up, deployment frequency. This is your throughput. It's simple. How often are you getting real value into production? Elite teams do this multiple times a day. Think of it as the heartbeat of your delivery pipeline.
Next is lead time for changes. So from the moment a developer commits a single line of code, how long does it take for that change to actually get into the hands of a user? This measures the true end-to-end speed and efficiency of your process.
Third, and this one is so important, we need a quality check, the change failure rate. Of all the changes you push out, what percentage of them cause a problem, an outage, a bug, anything that hurts the user? Because let's be real, what's the point of going fast if you're just constantly breaking things? And finally, mean time to recovery. Look, failures are going to happen. It's inevitable. The real question is, how resilient are you? When something does go wrong, how quickly can you bounce back and fix it? Elite teams can recover in just a matter of minutes.
So now we have the right compass. We know what to measure, but how do we find what's actually holding us back? Well, the answer comes from this incredibly powerful idea from the world of manufacturing. It's called the theory of constraints, and the idea is actually super simple. It says that in any complex system, whether it's a factory floor or a software team, there's always one single weakest link, or bottleneck, that limits the output of the entire system. Your team can only move as fast as its slowest part.
And this leads to a mind-blowing realization. Any improvement, any effort you put into optimizing something that is not the bottleneck is an illusion. It's a total waste of time because it won't actually increase your overall output. It's like putting a rocket engine on a car that's already stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic. It's not going anywhere faster.
And this is a perfect classic example in software. Let's say your engineers are coding like crazy, just flying through tasks. But then all that work just piles up, sitting and waiting for a code review. The review stage is your constraint. It doesn't matter how fast you code, the system's output is totally capped by how fast those reviews get done.
So we've got our metrics, and we know we need to hunt for the bottleneck. Now, for the fun part. How do we actually fix it? What are the practical tools we can use to unlock our system's flow?
Believe it or not, the single most powerful lever you can pull is to limit your work in progress, or WIP. It's such a simple idea, but the consequences are profound. The mantra is stop starting and start finishing.
Just look at the difference here. On the left, that's a team with high WIP. It's chaos, right? They're thrashing, constantly switching between tasks, feeling busy but making very little actual progress. But on the right, with a low WIP limit, the whole team swarms on one thing at a time. Work just flows smoothly from left to right, and you deliver real value so much faster.
And what's so cool is there's a repeatable process for this. It's not guesswork. First, you identify the bottleneck. Step 2, you exploit it, squeeze every last bit of productivity out of it as it is. Step 3, you subordinate everything else to feed and support that bottleneck. If that's still not enough, you elevate it. You invest in making it better. And here's the key. Once you fix one bottleneck, a new one will always appear. So you just repeat the process forever. Now, these tools and these metrics, they are incredibly powerful, but they're not magic. They only truly work if they're part of a much larger cultural shift. This isn't about some one-time project. It's a completely new way of working.
See, the real goal isn't just to find and fix one bottleneck and then call it a day. The ultimate goal is to build an organization, a team, a system that is constantly seeking out and eliminating its own constraints. You want a culture of continuous improvement. And these ideas aren't really new. They have these deep, deep roots in the absolutely revolutionary Toyota production system. Concepts like just-in-time, which is all about flow and low WIP, or Kaizen, the philosophy of continuous improvement, they are all laser-focused on one single goal, the complete and total elimination of waste, so you can deliver the highest quality at the lowest cost with the shortest lead time.
So we'll leave you with this one thought. The whole journey to becoming a high-performing team begins with a simple shift in language. It begins when you stop asking who on the team is slow and you start asking, together, what is slowing us down? It's not about blame. It's about making the system better for everyone. Thanks for joining us on NextGen Manufacturing Nexus.